welcome back to Ryan and the Pine. It is our 14th episode, our second video episode.
Oh, we didn't get that first one, but it's fine.
Doesn't matter. It's our second try at it.
You guys don't get to see it. It's our second, though.
Yeah. So, with us, Jesse.
Hello.
Myself, Drew, and Justin, all of the last name Backley, and Joshua Craven, our editor-in-chief.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah. We will go right into our league news. The Columbus Blue Jackets had an incident where Sergei Bobrovsky.
Yep. Two-time Vezina award-winning goalie.
Yeah.
Who apparently we don't know what the incident, like what he did, but all we know is Columbus Blue Jackets after the Tampa Bay game on Tuesday told him to stay away from the organization.
The team.
Yeah. And basically stay away from Nashville's game where they won, I think, 3-2 in OT. But it's a bit weird to have an owner tell the goalie, who's he's the only goalie right now in the league that's got 2 Vezina awards, to basically stay away from the organization.
I would be surprised if that's ever happened before.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
An all-star goalie.
Yeah. Yeah. Any what do you think he did? Like, what would make you tell, like, I don't know, your Patrick Wall or, I don't know, Chris Osgood to stay away from the organization for a game?
The only thing I think maybe he was drinking or showed up late to something.
Drinking? No, they'd give that away.
No, I mean,
so many more people would go away for that.
Yeah, it's not drinking. Dude, they've been on like shaky grounds for like 2 seasons now.
Who?
Well,
Columbus and Bobrovsky.
Yeah.
And they've been waiting till this year to figure out what's going to happen.
You think so? I mean,
No,
I know
it's been widely rumored that they've had issues. Again, that's why they've been waiting for this contract to come up.
Yeah.
I mean, this doesn't shock me. I mean, the way things are going is probably either he's being insubordinate of some sort, or
You think he talked back to the owner?
More
Because
or
the
less
owner's
saying-
the
I
one who
would
came
see him
out and
saying-
said he's not like holding up to the standard of Columbus Blue Jackets.
I don't know how he's not. He's a fucking stud goalie. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously his resume
Absolute
speaks.
all-star.
But I could see him saying, hey, sir, why don't you try a little harder? And going, hey, fuck off. And that kind of happened. But no, I mean, they're probably never going to find out what the real story is behind it.
No,
So-
none of the sources have told us.
I mean, it's interesting in itself just because I feel bad for Columbus fans because they've surpassed a lot of talent over the years, but they've done fuck all with it.
They traded off.
Yeah, they
They trade all of it away.
yeah, it's all garbage. It all
And
amounts to
I'm
nothing.
hoping, like, Sergei's like, I'm going to go, like, 4 hours north right up to Detroit this year because Howard's going to be 37. And Jesse's a jerk-off.
You know that.
Keep going.
Well, you can fix it real quick. Oh,
So what do you think he did to the owner to have him be sent away?
Outside of the possibility of the whole fuck you thing, I think he could have violated some kind of contractual agreement they had, obviously, that would
Like team policy?
or something that was personally put in his contract. Obviously, contracts vary from player to player, but he could have violated that, and the owner, already knowing they're on shaky ground, just might have been like, you know what, stay away from our team. It just sounds like he's not going to be there next year.
No,
and it's his own
definitely
accord, not even the team. It's his own choice.
No, him and Panarin are both going to be gone, and that's why I wanted to bring it up because it is kind of sad for Columbus fans because they get so much talent, and these guys just want to fucking leave.
It's almost like a way station.
It
kind of reminds me of
is.
as players go there, they get really good,
Yes.
and then once they get to a prime contractual year
You're
where
right.
they're a completely or unrestricted free agent,
Right, and they want to make money.
they're gonna go to a city that they choose and how much money they make, and that's
Panarin's unrestricted because he played for Chicago at first, and then he went over to Columbus.
well, you're right about
I
that.
believe he's unrestricted, but
Yes, but Panarin wants to leave because he hates the city of Columbus.
Outside of the soccer team, I mean, the only other thing you have going is Ohio State football, which they suck, and then you have the Blue Jackets, which they're a way station for a lot of NHL players.
Mm-hmm.
it's over, I think. No. Okay. All right.
they didn't hear.
And unless you're Cam Atkinson, then you stay.
Yeah.
Cam is sick too.
He is pretty good. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
He went to U of M, right? Or no?
I don't think he went to U of M, but
Yeah,
he's from the area, kind of.
Yeah. Anyways,
It's a
Yeah.
dirty little number 13 though. Reminds me of Victor Kozlov. Atkinson.
yeah, for me, just the point of Columbus getting a shit ton of sick players, and they all essentially leave, and it's just, I don't know. Like, Columbus is kind of a sick city if you're from Ohio and you like that, but it's just kind of sad to be a Columbus fan. And every time you get to the point where your team is at that breaking point where they might be cup contending, and they are still good this year, all those guys are like, yeah, fuck this, I want to leave.
Maybe like Rick Nash, even though he just retired.
Well, yeah.
But
All right. We'll move on to
the Las Vegas. So recently, the Las Vegas Knights, after their first season, after basically being in the Stanley Cup Finals, have taken a bunch of season ticket holders' tickets away. They revoked them, and there's a lot of dispute of basically was it fair? Because a lot of these season ticket holders signed multi-year contracts, more than 1 year, and the owner has basically revoked a lot of their tickets based on the fact that he believes too many people are not showing up to the game. The second one is selling tickets to third-party vendors that are not within the
Teams
contract.
sanctioned.
The team basically, you should probably go back to the Las Vegas Knights, contact them, let them know that you're selling the ticket, and do it through one of their sponsored or endorsed
I feel
third-party
like-
websites.
I feel like that's a big thing with people that have season ticket hold. Like, they go and sell 'em. Like, that's
Yeah.
the
But
benefit
you're
of
not,
it.
yeah,
So,
because if you can't make a game, you're making your money back.
I-
And I don't
Right.
understand,
at
Jesse.
least.
I know
I'm just
I can-
telling you what they're doing, and
Right.
and the third
I know
one is
what-
basically too many away game jerseys. And I agree with you that I don't think they have a real issue with, let's say I'm a season ticket holder and I sell it to my brother. I don't think they give a shit about that. I think it's mainly they're worried about people making a lot of money.
No.
A lot of Las Vegas people are out of state people, and they sell it to make a profit
Yes,
on
exactly,
it. They're
exactly.
investors. They're not really hockey fans. They're just
No.
making an investment
And
and
they don't-
selling it to other people.
Smart.
And they don't really have
It is,
plans.
but-
They don't really have plans to make damn near any of those games. They're buying them. They're out of state. They might go to like 5 or 10 games roughly or whatever, but they're planning on selling almost all of them for profit. So it's more of like an investment.
I just
So
feel
what
like
you
there's
guys-
a lot of people that do that.
What you guys are all saying was they have ticket sellers, that third-party sellers that they want them going through, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, with anyone that knows anything about buying tickets nowadays, if you go online and you order tickets, you assume that you're going to get an email copy. You get charged
Yeah.
a percentage on the sale of those tickets just to get them emailed to you. So is it they're mad they're losing out on a percentage on top of the face value of the tickets, which it's sounding like it is? Because who really gives a fuck? If you guys already sold the tickets for the year and you collected $15,000 from some asshole,
Yeah.
say it like that,
Yeah.
who cares who the fuck shows up? If it's
Well,
him,
the owner, because he doesn't want those people
Oh,
to
I'm
be
sorry,
a
because-
fan of some other team.
he's
Yeah.
I mean, get more fans
Yeah, and
involved.
Jesse, you're
Like,
telling
it's-
me nowadays if we go out of state and the Detroit Red Wings are in San Jose, they're saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, we can't sell you tickets because you're a fucking, you're a fan of the Detroit Red Wings." That
I think this is a bad move. No, I agree with you, Justin. I think from an owner aspect, if I was the owner,
I
I
think
would
this is just
even
sketchy
if
as
even
shit.
if there was away fans going to the game. For one, they're going into the game. Two, by doing this, you've only been in an organization for
Yeah,
1 year.
yeah,
How
no.
are you going to build
Right.
a bond with loyalty with your fans if you're just going to screw them over some business move at the
Yeah.
first year? So
Second
I don't
year.
think it's a smart business idea.
And
But I
again, it's not a-
get kind of like I get the rationale behind it, but I wouldn't do it.
I don't, Jesse. Like I said, I don't see where the whole issue is. Again, the bottom line with NFL, NBA, NHL, and MLB is attendance.
Yeah.
As long as a person fucking shows up and buys popcorn or buys a $12.50 beer, who gives a fuck who it is?
Well,
They're buying your product. They're
Well,
selling them
also-
bullshit wrapped in paper, saying, "Oh, this tall boy's worth $12.50 because you're
Right.
at a sporting event."
Right.
we're taken for granted though under that idea, right? Just playing out business. Not every owner is
understand
just
it's
a business guy. Like if you have like Mark Cuban, he's probably a real Dallas Maverick fan. Like right,
He sits down on the floor, Jesse. If you own any professional sports organization today, that is the cornerstone of any business you own. The NFL, it's going to cost you $1 billion just to buy the worst team in the league.
Yeah, no.
The NHL should
But when you're that rich, all I'm saying is we're assuming that these guys are just purely business, and
Yeah.
we're saying.
Well, no, I get that you're purely business, but
Well, no.
holy
I'm not
shit.
saying
No,
he is.
Jesse's saying that some owners.
They're just too rich, so they don't care about the business in some parts, and they want it to be what their like dream world of fans should be.
Yeah.
And
Jesse-
maybe that's how this Las Vegas Knights owner is. Maybe he doesn't care about the business because it's a business move. I disagree, but if I'm a guy who just bought a team and really wants to make, I don't know, my dream come true, and you're a crazy asshole like that, then you might make this move.
Yeah. Jesse was trying to say that this owner probably actually cares, and he's probably sick of looking at his rink and seeing, I don't know, 40% of the fans being the away team or whatever.
He's too rich. He just doesn't care if it's even a bad business move. Maybe it's just means
I
nothing
know,
to him.
you know, Jesse, I could see it. You know, his dream as a little boy to one day own the Las Vegas Knights, which didn't exist when he was a little boy.
A hockey team.
So
That's
when
a
they
hockey
finally
team.
came around, you know, and this deja vu he had, he said, "I'm going to buy them and I'm going to turn in one out." I get the point, but again, you're going to really turn a lot of people off, especially
Yeah.
with an expansion team in Vegas.
Yeah.
Last year was a fluke.
So I think we all agree that
Yeah.
it's probably a bad
It is
move.
terrible. Last year was a fucking fluke.
because I think it's a bad move.
They're still in a playoff spot.
Well, they are. But
They're playing. They're good.
Last year they were like what 400 to 1 odds when they go to the
Yeah,
Stanley Cup Finals.
yeah,
If you bought
yeah.
tickets that and there's like 8 people that did, you're
People
rich as fuck.
people have retired off that money that they made betting on that shit.
Yeah.
So we will move on from that Vegas
Josh,
shit.
you're not that hockey savvy.
No, I need to get it. Yeah, actually, real quick, this is an off topic. I was going to save it for the end. I want you guys to real quick sell me on hockey because it's football season's almost over. So
Sell you on
I'm
hockey.
debating if I want to watch NBA or going to go to hockey.
Are you kidding me? It's fucking easy.
Right,
Joking?
well, you know what? Here, how about we all do a pitch?
Mm-hmm.
You go first.
I go first. Hockey versus basketball.
No, just sell hockey.
Well, yeah,
boom.
sell me hockey, though.
Sell
Or,
me
I mean,
the-
you can go versus
Like what?
basketball.
That's
I need
like
watching hockey versus
Wolf on Wall
basketball.
Street. Sell me the pen.
Do you like people like being honest with them? Like these guys get hit and they cry immediately. They're 7 feet tall. They're born with half the ability that they need to even make the sport, right?
Yeah.
They're
I mean,
like
yeah, they're athletic freaks.
half of it's handed to them.
It doesn't mean it's bad to watch.
I mean, if you already like basketball, you're gonna be somewhat watching basketball, right? But like
I don't like really either.
hockey's a much better sport. If you want to watch a sport, it's much better.
Why? He's asking me why.
No, Jesse, go. You can go. I don't think Drew's not going to be able to sell me on it.
I mean,
Alright.
just
Josh, are you sure you don't want to play a sport that costs like 8 times as much as basketball would? And you
not
have to
playing
gain
it.
a
I'm watching
skill
it.
just to even be able to play it, which is skating, which unless like basketball you're running.
I can skate.
Okay. Justin made one point basically is why probably hockey isn't viewed as much as basketball.
It's very
Basically,
expensive. And
yes.
you,
So as a kid,
everyone knows
as a
that.
child.
it's not as cheap, obviously, as going to any basketball court that every goddamn public school has.
It's not as cheap,
But-
Jesse. It costs you $1,000 to be equipment out just to skate on ice.
You don't.
in a
I
league.
played hockey. I know this.
I know that.
I'm
but a lot of
selling
people
to
don't.
him.
We're trying to sell to him.
Okay. Well, the reason I would watch hockey over basketball is for one, to Drew's point, Shaq's highlights, right? They used to be top 10 all the time, and he's 7
7 foot.
What?
Yeah,
7
probably
foot, like
so.
a 10,
7'1".
11, right?
No, he's like 7 foot.
He's a 7'1" or 7
Oh
foot.
no! I just said 7'10".
Yeah, I was like,
no,
where-
no.
He's
I meant
7 feet
6'10".
tall.
Yeah,
Shaq is 7 feet tall.
Actually,
he's
Did you know that?
he might be like
didn't know
6'11".
that.
Actually, he's
Yeah,
mean,
I meant
checks.
that's
Unreal.
okay.
I know that.
I think it is 6'11".
One of
I
his
knew it was-
girlfriends,
I knew there
one of
was
his
11.
girlfriends is like 5 foot tall.
My point
up
was
to his waist.
the highlights
Chris
of
Bruin
a
and
guy
that.
dunking, just to me, like a center dunking, it plays on top 10 all the time. They dunk, they look down on the guy, they step over him, and that's it. It's a common move. I don't think it takes as much skill. I think hockey's more skilled than basketball. And on a lot of levels, and I think you have to sacrifice your body. Like I would appreciate watching that sport, like just like
Oh yeah,
I grew to
definitely
like
appreciate it
soccer more. I just grew to like sports that I could appreciate, and I don't see the guys in basketball sacrifice their body or take nearly as much damage as a lot of these hockey players, especially in the playoffs. Playoffs, you'll see hockey players sell out. They'll lose teeth. They'll do whatever they can to win a cup, and it's that type of emotion and seeing that type of commitment from athletes that I respect and I like to
Yeah.
watch. So that's why I'd watch
Like
more than basketball.
Ovechkin last year was pretty fun.
And I'm not trying to really hate on basketball that much at all. The other thing,
Basketball's a fucking joke.
Okay,
I'll go out
all
and
right.
say it. I
All
don't
right.
care.
Well, the last thing about it
Fucking
is
go.
basketball. I feel, just in my personal opinion, a lot of the calls are subjective. like reaching in, like it's not as easy identifiable as like a tripping call or slashing. Like I'm watching basketball and there'll be a call or two, and I'm like, I played basketball before, and I don't know what's happening. I don't know. And all I hear is and one, and everyone's standing up and cheering. And I'm like, I don't fucking know what's going on. I don't really see it.
All right,
Pass
pass
it down
it.
the tunnel.
Pass
Josh,
it.
let me ask
Pass
you a
it to
question.
Justin.
Do you like to fight?
Oh yeah,
Okay. It's the only sport
Look
where you
at
can legally fight.
Ooh, what a selling
So you-
point.
true. UFC and
What's that?
I'm not
boxing.
talking about-
Oh God, a fighting sport.
I'm talking about the top 4 sports in the country.
No,
I'm talking
I
about
know.
UFC coming up. None of that.
I just wanted you guys to sell me on it. I like hockey better
and
anyway.
real quick,
but-
not to change subjects. Did you guys see the goal that the one Phoenix Coyote player scored this week?
No.
He scored.
I don't
it-
watch Arizona.
He took okay, so he was in front of the net. He got cross-checked, and as he's getting up, his defenseman took a shot. Well, that puck hit him right underneath the visor, right here. Went in off his head, and then
Off his temple.
Oh God.
he immediately ran off the ice, and you just see his shirt is bloody as fuck.
Oh.
It's pretty gnarly.
That's what happens. All right, so
Hold on,
well,
hold on.
yeah, but say who won?
What?
Was the best
best pitch.
Wolf on Wall Street over here? So the seller.
I mean, Drew in the beginning basically made me want to watch basketball, and then I mean,
Jesse,
you both
really-
made good points.
You
I
really
think you
nailed
you went.
Above
It
and
seemed
beyond.
like you were trying to sell me so hard, like sell it so hard.
Too
I was like
much,
kind
too
of like
much.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
it's like
car
you went down
salesman's
a
like
tunnel.
whoa.
Like you like just walk into the store and I'm like, oh yeah, I knew.
yeah,
like,
exactly.
Okay.
I think Justin won
All right.
You
just
said
because he
fight.
was.
Oh my-
It's like-
I mean, he's the only other option really.
It's like, how do I sell Josh a spin? Like, hey, write your name down. Like, oh, I can't. You need a spin.
Wonder where you got that from. Okay,
Wolf of
so
Wall
third,
Street.
yeah,
Hold on, time
obviously.
All right, you guys see the hit on Ovi gave Chara, put him right into the fucking his own or the cat.
I saw
catch.
it.
Yeah. See
You
that?
saw it?
I did actually. Yeah, it's
What do you
impressive.
think of it?
I mean, it was impressive. I know Char's like
What do you find impressive
Giant.
about it? How tall
Well,
is Chara?
Char's probably like 6'6", 6'5".
Yeah, 6'6", 6'4", I think.
So why you question me
Oh,
as
he's
if I
6'9".
didn't know?
My
Yeah,
bad.
6'9".
taller.
Oh, okay.
He's 6'9", like
He
seven.
should be
He should be.
7'1",
He's
7'2".
like,
play in the
he's like
NBA.
Shaquille O'Neal minus 300
He
pounds on
should.
skates. He
and
should have.
he's actually an athlete,
Yeah.
so there's that.
We should have
Okay.
sold him on that.
Shaq's not
He
him.
could have actually.
Chara's a badass. But
Well, he
No,
got
Chara,
destroyed. though.
Jesse Chara used to be a badass. And no, he didn't get destroyed. The hit wasn't like
Oh, yeah.
Ovechkin
He
had
got
a
knocked
running
out.
start and ruined his life. No,
Knocked
it was a
out
good hit.
cold.
I'll give it that.
I was more impressed. So Ovi just comes up. He basically just pushes him. It wasn't even a hit. It was like
Ovi,
it was like an overextension. Like the guy's just standing still on the boards, and Ovi just basically just pushes him over. Like it wasn't a hit.
Jesse, you know
It
what I like
wasn't a
about
shoulder to
Ovechkin?
shoulder, and he clobbered him. It was like I hit ya, and then here's an extension, and you're going over the
Right.
boards.
You know what I like about
Dude.
Ovi? Is Ovi's a superstar that scores some of the nastiest goals we've probably seen in our lives, but
Yeah,
he also throws that big body around.
yeah.
Like
I like he's
like
fearless.
A beast.
He's
Yeah,
a-
like he
yeah.
just he's
Yeah.
reckless.
Yeah.
That's the word. He's
Yeah.
reckless.
He's a monster.
and not in a
and-
bad way. He's just reckless with his own body.
But I was more impressed with Char. Did you see how he got out of that bench? He just got out. Like you would think a guy who was that tall, who fell over the boards, would like be all weird about getting over the bench. It was like he just kind of just got up. Like it was nothing. He had some back strength.
Jesse, he's like Gumby on the bench.
That's what it looked like. It was
I
like
mean,
he
you-
just like stood
He
up.
probably doesn't even have to. He probably doesn't touch the board when he goes over it with his legs. You know,
No,
it's like tip,
yeah,
tip.
it's like
And
the
it's
bottom
you know,
of
there's a gap between his, his
I think
legs
his
and
feet
that.
might still be on the ice.
That's
He's
what
just
I'm saying.
running over and like, all right.
It's like the bottom of his skates.
Because
But
dude,
no, I mean,
that's what it looked like. He just got right back up.
you can dissect the hit how you want, but for a guy who's what is Ovi, like 6'2", 6'3", roughly,
give or take.
to lay into a guy who's the size of a fucking small tree and put him somewhere.
I wouldn't say that's a big. It wasn't a big hit though.
That is
He overextended. He literally nudged him, and then it was literally all arms and just pushing a dude who was just standing up.
The guy's
I think
like
it was for ticket
7'2".
sales.
The guy's 7'2".
I think
on
Batman
skates.
met up with both of them prior to the game and said, "Listen, Ovi, you're gonna make it look like you really destroyed Chara," and he's like, "Sedania, you're just gonna fall into the bench." We need to
That's
sell
what it
some
looks like to
tickets.
me.
It's impressive to me. I don't know. I mean,
I liked your
to-
joke too, Drew.
What's
Want
that?
to tell your joke on that you put on Twitter? I don't really get it though. The
What?
Dr Pepper one.
Because Ovi drinks Dr. Pepper on the
Oh.
bench. That's the joke.
Oh,
Ovi,
That's so disgusting, by
that
the
sounds
way.
like a
That
very
is so
good athletic sport. You
It's-
just drink Dr
He's
Pepper.
the only one. Dude. They're fucking Russians. They're
Yeah,
freaks.
he's an
That's
animal.
crazy.
Let's be real. Like
It's
they're
probably
fucking.
that Chernobyl.
Yeah,
energy
exactly.
drink.
Yeah, I was literally just thinking that.
He
Like,
probably didn't pay for that Dr. Pepper either.
you can't explain half the shit they do and why
On
they
the black
do
card.
it. Don't even
Let
try.
the Russian billionaires pay for it.
Jesse, he's
Do whatever you
dirt
want.
poor in his country, by the way.
Who?
Ovi.
He's dirt poor.
Yeah.
What a
What do you
Russian?
mean in his country?
What do you mean?
He signed a $150 million contract with the Washington Capitals. Billionaires are dime a dozen in Russia, just like they are in Dubai. So he technically goes back home.
I feel like that's not accurate.
Okay.
Well, the
I don't know.
common people are obviously regular
Well, right.
poor
It's
people.
common
like,
folk in the Soviet Union, of course. It is.
Here's your potato
Yeah.
for the week.
It's Fish Thursday.
I love how you laugh so hard about that when you're like literally talking about someone basically having a shitty ass life.
I will laugh.
You're just a dick, aren't you?
I will laugh about
You're
the
a
Soviet.
fucking
I will
dick.
laugh
But
about-
Jesse's, but they're being told, they're having a great life, so they never know the difference. We do.
Yeah.
That's the
I
problem.
mean, we don't
To
have to go
them, it might be a great life.
And then they come over here, they're like, "You guys have fruit all year long." We're like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, what's up?"
Yeah, and we're regular people.
They're like, "No Fish Thursday." No, you get fish 7 days a week.
I don't want to get too deep into politics, but I
Yeah.
mean, communism isn't that great. Anyways, we'll move on to.
It isn't.
Yeah.
Don't let them kid you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
In
might
all
murder
countries
some
that it's
people.
ever been tried, it doesn't usually work out. So we'll move in.
No Fish Thursday.
We'll move into for Red Wings news. We want to try to pick out of the three of us, our favorite / the best player we think of the Red Wings in this half of the season.
Yeah.
This last half of the season.
Yeah, half the games have gone by. Let's
Well,
analyze who was the best player.
'Kay.
All right, you go first.
yeah, go ahead, sir.
For me, it is obvious to be Larkin.
Obvious.
Yeah.
Okay.
Clearly, Larkin. He's top of points. He's top.
He's doing what he should be doing.
Yeah. I mean,
He has excelled past what I
before
thought
the
he would.
listeners take a breath, we already know you're going to go to Athanasiu.
Okay.
Justin's probably kind of wandering because he's like, "Fuck, I should have picked Larkin."
No,
All
no,
right.
no. I'm glad one of you guys. Are you going with Andre Anthony?
Obviously.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
so-
yeah.
He
So this might be a
blows him.
little. This might be a little out of left field. I'm gonna go completely left field on YouTube, but I'm gonna say it's actually Dennis Cholowski.
That's not
This
left
is-
field. That's not left field. That's a good
This is
pick.
his first year. He just
The-
got drafted, and he's. I mean,
He's a beast,
the kid's playing big time minutes, like
Yeah.
22 a game.
and he plays well.
19 years old, 20 years old, playing 22 minutes a game.
Yeah,
He'd be in my top three. I would say Larkin's not my
And
top
you know what,
three.
dude? He's actually kind of shocking because he's a goal scorer too.
Larkin's not.
He's
And
got
Larkin's,
7 goals.
Larkin's where he should
Hold
be,
on.
in my opinion, because I think he's going to be captain. I hate to say it,
Hold the
or
phone.
Mantha. But
Larkin's not in your top three.
No.
Our best players this year, Larkin is not in your top three. Name your top three.
It would be Andre, Tyler Bertuzzi, and Dennis. Tyler Bertuzzi is he's reminding me of Holmstrom and then
He is,
some.
yeah, he is.
He
I
is
love
great.
I love Bertuzzi.
If I would have put basically if I had a starting point and where they are in the half of the season, those three guys have gone further than I thought
Tyler
than
Bertuzzi
Dylan
for sure.
Larkin has.
Andre Anthony is so fast that no one.
Dylan
it's
has
their-
exceeded
yeah.
my expectations, but he gets the most minutes out of anyone on the team. And to be honest, we
It's
fucking
their-
suck. So
it's-
if he's leading our team, we suck.
It's their first off, the guys that you just named, as in they're progressing like wildly beyond your dreams.
Yeah.
It's their
With
first-
little minutes. By the
Hold
way.
on. It's their first year. So keep that in mind. A
Not
lot of-
Andres.
No, yeah, right. Well, Bertuzzi and Cholo.
Yeah.
It's their first real year actually
And they're
playing.
doing fantastic.
They are. No, they are.
Oh, wow.
With
That's
little
outstanding.
minutes.
Yeah, they're
Who, with Dennis?
Dennis and Tyler Bertuzzi.
No,
Yeah.
no. Dennis Cholowski's putting big. Dude, Jesse, he's putting huge minutes.
Well,
up.
I didn't. Okay, what I meant.
Even
what
if
I
it's
meant by
minimum
little
18,
minutes.
that's a monster.
I meant
Yeah.
Andre I meant in comparison to Larkin.
Yeah,
But
you're,
Dennis,
you're
Dennis,
right, you're right, you're
that's
right,
what I
you're
meant.
right, yeah. And Andre Anthony should be pulling more minutes anyways.
Yeah, I know.
You just see what he did last week?
Yeah.
The backhand goal
I
was dirty.
said he's
Dirty.
the most skilled player on our team. He should get more. He has 16 minutes compared to Dylan Larkin's 21 minutes. Yeah, Dylan Larkin has more games,
Nope.
and he has more assists and more points. And
Well,
the reason he's
Andreas
got more points is
Athanasiou
because
set
of assists
out 12 games because he fucking chose to set out 12 games. Let's keep. Larkin wasn't just gifted 12 more games.
Andre got injured,
Devil-
by the way.
Yeah, but also he went through arbitration.
No, it was last
Yeah,
year.
No, this year.
He didn't sit out this year, though, did
No.
he?
I don't think so. Not at
Last
the
year he
beginning.
sat out. This year everything was good.
Yeah.
He learned his lesson from last year. Yeah, because he even admitted it. Yeah, Drew. Yeah.
That was last year, but
It
Andre,
is a dude. It's not mistake. No, he.
because he's only missed 6 games, Drew. He's got 41. Larkin's
Oh,
played
okay.
47.
It happens to everyone, Drew.
Yeah, I mean, I
Just-
should
does.
know
Don't
that.
take it too hard.
Yeah.
No,
You know what?
he even openly
How about
admitted he
this?
learned his lesson from not being an unrestricted free agent and what the difference was.
So Justin's got Dennis Cholowski, which is a good pick, especially
Yeah,
for a
big
rookie
time,
year.
big
That's
time,
and
big
he's a
time.
solid D, and he's been scoring goals.
That would be my number 2 pick.
Yeah.
Cholo behind Larkin. To me, it's undeniable that Larkin is
Like
an
it's
arm
kind
stud.
of it's kind of like an utter
I think we
shock
kind of
to
have
how
like the
good
same
he's doing.
top 4 though. Dennis, Tyler Bertuzzi, Andre, and Dylan Larkin. are our top
Yes,
4
I would
guys.
agree on
Yeah.
that for sure.
I don't know about Bertuzzi, dude. I
No.
really think Anthony Matho is.
Mantha's my favorite player on the team, but
You got to remember he's got 13 games less than Tyler already. That's because he's been injured, but
Yeah.
still.
Yeah, but Tyler's +4 and Mantha's -8.
Yeah, I don't look at plus minus as a whole big thing, Jess. Because
do.
I mean,
I think it's really big. Our top players.
I know,
in
but you're
our
basing it
history-
off. You're basing plus minus, and again, this is based off what the other 5 people on the ice do. That's
Well, you also got to think Mantha plays a lot of power play minutes, and he's still -8. A lot of his goals come from the power play. That's what he is.
Yeah, but
He does the Ovechkin.
missing
for us.
13 games. I mean, he didn't get to hit up that power play during those 13 games.
No, but during
I
those
mean-
32 games, he's a -8, and during those 32 games, he did play a lot of power play minutes. He's our OV, which is why he's got so many points. Which I like Mantha, but he hasn't excelled to what I think you guys
Well,
maybe thought he would be.
he's on pace to score 30 goals this year, so that's not.
Okay. Well, then Tyler Bertuzzi's on pace to score more than him.
Our young guys are playing well. We're not going to argue about that. They're playing fucking great.
Yeah.
Let's move on to our game reviews.
Okay.
We lost a whole lot, which is right where I want us to be.
We lost 2 out of 3. Montreal versus Detroit. Shots were 25-32. Face-offs were 51-49. We lost both of those. Power play. Montreal went 0 for 2. We went 1 for 5. Hits were 17-25. Score was 3-2. We lost.
Yeah, Andre had a sweet goal that game.
Yes, that no look. That fucking no look. Snake eyes. Kind of looked like he was passing, but just shot it, ripped it, fucking
Top shelf.
near side, top
Yeah.
tit. It was sick.
That's nice. I'm trying. Well, you got another goal too. He did.
Yeah, he got 2.
He had 2 goals that game.
Yeah.
Wait, was the backhand goal?
Yep.
Right?
Is that what it was? He got 2 goals.
You went backhand, high glove.
It was on a power play. I know that.
Yeah.
Might have been back on.
He got a one-timer
That
from
might have been
Mantha.
the Jets. My bad.
He got a one-timer from Mantha.
I will say the game-winning goal for the Canadiens came from Thomas Tatar on a 3-on-2.
I
He pulled up, made a great pass to the guy in the slot,
They can keep
and
him.
Yeah,
I like Thomas though.
I did like I like Tatar, but I'm not missing him with the picks that we got. So, I do want to mention though, at the end of that game, I don't know if you guys paid attention. Obviously, you don't, but the internet exploded because with the goalie pole, Cholowski passed the puck with like 3 seconds left. He obviously should have shot. He wasn't able to pay attention to the scoreboard.
I remember
and track
saying that.
the
Yeah,
time.
I was mad.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys paid attention to the World Junior Tournament, but we should have, in the NHL, they should have,
And the boards.
yeah,
where they had 'em.
they should have the time in
Yeah.
the boards.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that would be great. Like that way, because a lot of if you haven't been to an NHL game, a lot of obviously the scoreboards are right in the middle of the
Yep.
stadium, and if you're on the blue line or the offensive team,
We're on
you-
the
you would have to
we're on
literally-
the LED bars around the bowls.
some of
Yeah.
them do.
Yeah.
But either way, the players should have a better way to see the time left
Yeah.
in the
You
period.
shouldn't have to look up in the stands
Yeah.
or behind you.
Yeah.
You should be able to look.
What the
somewhere.
fuck did we have to do when we played hockey? We'd look behind us, or we had to know how much time was on the scoreboard as we were skating by it.
A lot of
Yeah.
times.
Jess, you act like they should have like a little hologram in their half shoe.
Well, they are
There's
pros.
10
They are
seconds
pros,
left.
and we'll-
Shoot.
People do gamble on the game, and
Yeah.
You know what? The gambling isn't the game's problem. That's their own fucking deal. They wanted to gamble on it. That's on them. But what I'm saying is Jess I get for having another shot clock or a clock in the arena.
I'm not doing shot clock. Just
But
give them
as
the
a
time.
kid, we went to how many arenas where there's one scoreboard? You'd have to look behind you
Yeah.
to know how much
A
fucking
bunch.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That
When you-
doesn't
when
mean it should
we
be
could
like
do-
that.
But we're not
We
pros.
weren't pros. Exactly. Your point is we're not fucking pros. They
And
are.
people aren't
They
gambling
should
on
be
us, so
able to do
maybe the
that.
fucking owners of the NHL should put some
Cut the
cards in.
fucking gambling out of there. Who cares about gambling?
I'm done. You guys, I'm not sold on NHL anymore. If they can't see the score, the time, I'm watching NBA. They got a big clock right
You
there.
already had your mind made up.
They
before you
probably
even fucking asked us.
those fucking clowns probably have it in their watches while they're running down the court. Like, fucking iWatches or whatever the fuck it's called.
My shoe squeaks
you did
here.
get it.
You need
It's
to,
an
you need to
iWatch.
brush this.
iWatch. All right. Let's move on to our second game. Do you want to do the stats, Jess? Or
Yeah, all right. So it's Detroit at
Detroit.
the Winnipeg
Detroit?
Jets.
We say Detroit.
Detroit
O-Town.
at the
Motown.
Jets.
Spice it
Second
up
time
a
we
little
played
bit.
them. Second
Classic.
time we lost to them. Shots were 35 us to 27. Face-off was 48%. We lost to 52 for them. Power play, we were 1 for 4. They were 0 for 3. Hits, we had 19. They had 20. And score, which is the biggest stat, we lost 4-2.
Well, I mean, the Jets are a good team.
Yeah.
They're a lot better than we are. A lot.
Fucking good.
I don't need to really say much more than that.
They have Lana.
He's just dirty.
I want them to. I have been forced these last 2 years to actually watch other teams because our team is so trash.
Well, yeah, you have to pick a playoff team.
Yeah,
Everyone
and
does that.
I want Winnipeg to win it.
I really like their baby blue jerseys with the cursive Jets.
You like the cursive?
No, I'm not a big fan of that.
Absolutely.
I didn't like it.
I like the
I
logo
love the
better.
colors. I love the
Yeah,
colors.
I like the colors.
I don't like that Jet. They should go back to the old Winnipeg
old
Jet
logo.
jerseys. And yeah, I don't like the new
Mhm.
Jet.
I think with a plane, you could design such a bad. There's so many different logos that you could create out of that,
I agree.
out of a jet, that I think the cursive is for some teams with lame ass names like the Devils, dumbass name.
That's a decent name.
We don't have to go over every fucking team's name. In my opinion, I hate the Devils.
You hate the devil?
I hate them. But I think the Jets could have created a better logo for their concept. But let's go into the game. Erickson turned over the puck with fucking 13 seconds into the first period.
Oh,
Might do a goal.
It was a
10.
terribly quick goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
It's
their
kind of
second
embarrassing.
goal, they only had like 2 seconds left. So during that first period,
Yeah.
it was nothing to watch in between. And then the first 13 seconds, goal for them. 2
Last
seconds
10
left
seconds.
of the first period, goal for them. 2-0 down. So
Yeah, it's fucked.
Oh, and we had Bernier in that, so that really stroked his confidence.
Yeah.
and Bernie's lost so many.
And don't
games.
kid yourself, Winnipeg's a hard place to play at.
Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. Those,
They have the smallest arena in the NHL. It's like 16,000 people.
Yeah.
It's sold out every fucking game.
I bet
those
they're pretty
fuckers
loud.
live for hockey, dude.
Yeah, that's all they have up there.
It's amazing. Well,
That
yeah.
and the Northern Lights. What are we gonna do today? We're gonna get fucked up at the Jets game. Go watch the Northern Lights, man. That's what I would do.
The only
I mean-
plus out of that is we got a shorthanded goal, which Henrik, the D, stepped up in that play. Hronik?
Hronik.
I never know how to say his name. Every time I see it, I say Henrik. I think they're like, I don't know. Hronik?
Yeah.
Hronik?
Hronik.
Is it Hronik or
Hronik.
Hronik. Okay.
There's an H.
All right. Well, he stepped up. Did you see the shorthanded goal?
Yes.
Okay. he
Yes.
Josh is walking away now. He's never gonna watch hockey.
I'm deleting this
The names are
podcast.
pretty hard
It's
to
over. Switching to
Say.
NBA podcast next week.
Yeah. And then what else? Cholowski scores. Actually,
Goal.
this is one of the better moments for Cromwell. All right, so it's a power play. I think it's Mike Green who has the puck. Cromwell setting up for a one-timer on the top
For
of the
Cholowski.
blue line, and Cromwell makes a basically slap pass. He fakes a slap shot straight to Cholowski.
Mhm.
Kind of misses him because Cholowski catches on backhand, but finishes it.
Yeah.
But it was actually one of the better vision plays I've seen Cromwell make.
Yeah.
And he's made 2 of them in the last 2 games. He made that same play in the Canadiens game where he did a slap pass and the guy was wide open, but they missed it. And that wasn't Cromwell's fault. But I was in the last 2 games. Cromwell, good passes, but you still suck.
Yeah.
I'm glad he's doing that. He's raising the stock for that trade
A
deadline.
little bit, yeah.
And if
Dude.
Ken Holland can somehow be a magician and get rid of him
Yeah,
for
maybe,
anything,
maybe we can edit some of his fucking clips.
Trade him for a fucking massage table or something.
I
did want to comment.
Oh,
I noticed Larkin broke his stick at the end of the game. It's clear that, I mean, if I'm him, I'm getting frustrated because, yes, he has his core set of young guys that are really good playing around him. But, I mean, I think Larkin is probably our only star besides maybe Cholowski out of the young guys. I mean, actual guys who are going to become actual stars.
Totally disagree. The only reason he's been
Double A.
yeah.
Double A is good, but he's not going to be an all-star.
Not the way you're talking about him, but he's better than Larkin.
Unless he gets a coach that teaches him how to fucking fill a passing lane, he's never going to be an all-star.
Larkin has more turnovers than
what about
Anthony Steve.
Rasmussen and Zadina?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe.
they're
maybe.
unproven. We don't know
Yeah.
what they're going to be like.
Yeah.
But
Maybe.
Larkin
And Mantha. I mean, we have all these players. I mean, Jesse.
I love Mantha.
Like
love
I said,
Mantha.
there's a lot of players.
Mantha has more potential to be an all-star than fucking Athanasiou. I'm sorry. If the game was measured in how many breakaways
this
you
guy
get,
doesn't know what he's talking about.
if the game was measured in how many breakaways you
never
get,
does.
then maybe he'd be an all-star. But like, I don't know. There's a lot more to the game than fucking breakaways.
You talking about Andre? Larkin
Yes.
gets more breakaways than Andre Athanasiou, and that's
The
because
only
Larkin's cherry picking.
The only thing AA has is
Half the time.
breakaways, besides the 1-Ts on the power play, which he is pretty good at. I'll give him
Andre
that.
can skate through a team. Next time, watch Larkin. You know what he does? He goes straight. If someone hits him, he's fucked because he has no stick handling and hardly any moves.
I'm not arguing Larkin versus AA. I'm just saying you're real high on AA, and I just don't.
Yeah, it sounds
You're
like you're
pretty high on
dating
Larkin.
him.
He
You're
might
so high on him. Are you
Why don't
dating
you just
him?
marry him?
Yeah.
Double A.
Yeah. Jesse
baby.
Athanasiou.
Did you meet him on Tinder or not?
Grinder.
Nice.
All right, we'll move on to our third game.
You want to do the stats, Justin?
Yeah, we can go over it. All right, so it was Detroit shots 37, the Minnesota Wild 18. That's pathetic. That's so bad against Detroit.
That is bad, but
Yeah,
you'll
face-off
find out why.
Well, right. Face-off percentage, Detroit had 56%. Minnesota's 44. Power plays 0 for 4 Detroit, 1 for 3 Minnesota. Hits 19 for Detroit, my bad. And hits 32 for Minnesota.
What was the score?
It was 5-2 Detroit.
Yeah.
Our only win.
Yep. Which I heard basically the Detroit hockey team had a long talking after those two games. And we actually came out and won a game.
Oh, good. I guess.
Mickey Redmond came out and basically said, team got a stern talking to after those last two games. And probably told a couple of these guys, hey, we're fucking awful, and some of you guys might be leaving if you don't step up and show us some fucking quality. When you're halfway through the season and you are where we are as Detroit, and you're not proving yourself, what else can you do as owners? Is tell these guys you have to prove yourself, or you're gone.
As owners, they should look at themselves in the mirrors and think, wow, these contracts are awful. We signed them. We fucked ourselves and our fan base, and we're idiots. And we should have foreseen this like 10 years ago.
I don't think that's what the talking was, though.
I think to
owners
get the
came out
point
and-
across is they should just cancel all the payroll checks after they hand them out.
This isn't the government shutdown.
All right.
That's true.
Bertuzzi, we should touch. Bertuzzi got his first career hat trick. First two goals were tip goals. Both of them were pretty sick tips.
Yeah.
Pretty good fucking.
First one was okay. It was Nyquist shot from the
Yeah, it
Well,
was
the
a
blue line-
muffin of a shot.
Yeah, and just lucky that Tyler barely tipped it down, so it didn't look that much like a tip. Second goal, he tipped twice. He basically, it was a tip that missed. That was a fantastic tip. Then came right back to the point, and then another shot, and then he had another fantastic tip, and that went in.
Yep.
So 2 tips basically in a row. And third goal, I believe, was a wraparound that he just drove to the net and got a rebound.
It wasn't a wrapper. It wasn't much of a wraparound. Him and the defenseman were going into the boards. He basically took the defenseman out and then walked the puck out and backhanded it.
Okay.
So it was an ugly hat trick.
It wasn't,
The third goal actually showed a little bit of skill, I thought.
Yeah,
Overall,
I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
he scored some ugly goals.
Yeah.
A lot of them are ugly.
Yeah.
But he scores
and
a
that's
lot,
fine.
so,
That's
yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of them are based on him, though. That's the one good thing. He's not waiting to be wide open to score.
he goes into
He's
the
the one
area.
like making the play happen. Like he'll
dude.
rush the guy
Yeah.
and create the play, and then either create a chance or finish himself. Which a lot of the guys aren't as tenacious as him,
No.
and they don't make that first guy make a mistake. He's the
Bertuzzi-
one making that, dude.
Bertuzzi is an
Or forcing the
absolute
play.
fucking beauty. I love that guy. I would love watching him play. He's in my favorite player column. He's probably number 2 behind Mantha, but just because his style of play, I fucking love him.
Okay.
I don't have much else beyond that. Just the hat trick. Should we move on to our face-off of the week? I thought it would be funny if we rated each other as if we were EA, as if we were NHL. Sorry, not NHL 19.
EA
Like,
Sports.
the video.
EA Sports video
Game
game.
card.
Fucking guys on the video game.
Yep. So what is it? I'm gonna do. Well, you're gonna do you'll rate Justin.
Okay.
Justin will rate me, and I'll rate you.
Wait,
And
you
then-
guys
I
aren't
don't,
gonna.
I don't like that order because Jesse's gonna rate me real low. Can we switch that?
Shouldn't you just
Sure.
like Drew? You rate Jesse and Justin. I know it's gonna take a little bit. Like just do it quick though.
You want to do both?
I mean, it's up to you guys.
But
I
it's,
just,
it's just how you're gonna decide whose hockey card is what. Then, if you got two different opinions.
well,
Well,
that's what you kind of. I don't
Okay.
know.
All right. Well, we can vote on that, I guess. All right. So
Yeah.
just rate both of
Because
us.
it's easier. Then we can compare. So I
Okay.
can see
That's
how.
fine.
yeah.
All right. And then, all right, so the categories of rating for the NHL 19 EA Sports Pro card.
All right.
Basically, the video
Criteria.
game card. You got puck handling, skating, defense, physical, shooting, and skating. Puck handling takes into account to, like, I don't know.
Do you have it? Oh,
Like, what is it? It's basically like hand-eye coordination.
I think most people know what puck handling
Yeah,
is.
I guess. Okay.
Yeah.
I was just trying to begin that NHL 19 terms.
all right. Well, let's get into it, Jesse. You rate Justin.
You're gonna rate both of us.
Oh,
and
okay.
we'll go,
All right.
We'll go
Oh,
from
you
there.
started then. You started.
All right,
Then.
I'll do it. All right, puck handling for Drew.
Oh God.
I'm gonna give you probably a 64.
Wow.
I was in the 60 range.
Yeah, your hands are just kind of rock hard. Justin, I'm gonna give probably like a 75. Justin's a lot better
Wow.
than the stick handling.
I'll
Drew.
give you. I'll give you a 74.
Well, hold on, we'll wait. We'll wait.
I don't know if we
Wait.
covered it, but it's 1 to 100.
Yeah,
by the
sorry.
way.
So it's 1 to 100. Yeah, Drew's at 64. I'm puck
Okay.
handling. Justin, I'll give a 75. Defense, or no, sorry, skating. I'm gonna give Justin probably a 79. He's pretty fast. He's got a good
Dude,
stride.
they're rating us like we're AHL players. Like rate us like NHL players.
We're not even
Well, I
AHL
think-
players. If I,
think
was
Jesse-
being truthful, we're like fucking 40s
Right.
or 30s.
You-
Like, but I'm just trying to
I
be.
think Jesse's using like the
I'm-
scale.
Yeah,
like,
I'm just using the
Okay,
scale
all
in
right,
comparison
all right,
to them
all right, keep
people.
going.
That
You
we're
can
not
do yours
obviously
however.
NHL. Yeah,
Yeah,
do whatever.
I mean, I'm,
So,
you know,
I'm gonna give Justin probably a 79 skating. Drew, once again, probably like a well. You know,
In
I'm gonna
skating?
give you like a.
I don't want to fucking skate.
I'm gonna give you a 70.
Are you kidding?
You're not that fast.
No. Okay, we should have prefaced this with.
We did a skating.
No, listen. We should have prefaced this with each three of us at the top of our of when we were playing competitive hockey. what
Yeah,
we were
you're
then.
still below Justin. Justin
Well,
beats the shit out of you. in skating.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
I'm fine with that. I'm just saying, don't put it right now because like you two haven't played in like a year. So like, what do you want? You know.
You want to do? Are you
But we're
trying to
doing-
do
we're doing our
present
prime.
stats or prime?
doing our prime.
I'm saying a prime.
Okay, that's what
Yeah,
I'm doing. Oh, yeah.
All right, go.
So
go.
Justin is prime, probably 79.
Okay,
You're like a 70.
okay.
His stick handling was worse than his skating. Defense wise, I'd give you probably like a 75. And Justin played D, so I'm gonna give him like an 83.
Two-way.
You
It's
barely
two-way
played.
player.
You barely played D.
No.
No, he played D. He had played
Wow.
actual D. So he's not just a two-way. He actually played D, going to nationals and shit.
No, I was two-way in nationals.
Physical, I'd give Drew probably like an 83 on this one. They're both pretty physical, and Justin probably a little bit higher because I saw Justin fight more than you. And so I would give Justin probably an 85.
Damn, I think you take the physical aspect on me there.
No, I'm gonna give it to you because in hockey at least. I don't know now. Drew, I think probably.
All right, we don't have to talk about that.
Okay, shooting. Justin probably one of his strongest qualities. Probably like an 86. Drew's got a decent shot too. I'm gonna give you like an 80 overall.
All right.
And awareness, Drew, I'm gonna give you a fucking 1. And
Oh
Justin,
God.
I'll
Go
give you.
fuck
I'll give
yourself.
you a 50.
I'll
You guys
shove,
are both awful.
I'll
at
just-
shove that up
shit.
your ass.
All right,
Awareness,
all right.
you guys.
That
suck
last one was a joke.
ass.
You can be aware of
So
my
I'm
fist
gonna
up your
go-
butt. What a fucking joke. Sad.
Okay, so puck handling, I'm going to do 60 for Drew.
Hmm.
I'm going to give Jesse a 76.
You give it. I'm
That was
better than you
good.
at puck handling.
That was good.
I would walk you. I am better than you. At
Jesse,
puck handling.
Jesse, if it's puck handling, Jesse, I would give the edge, but not by much.
Yeah.
Not by
Yeah.
too much.
Well, I gave him a
Skating-
79.
Skating,
Give
I
me
both
80.
give you guys an 80.
Skating.
Jesse,
okay.
you were a little quicker.
I'll take it. No,
He
yeah,
was.
no, he was faster for sure.
I'm getting fucked on this one.
Well, you won that one.
No,
You-
we
no,
tied.
I mean-
Oh,
Jesse, I'd say you're quick. I'm talking about stride. I'm talking about fluent stride. Like when I look at a hockey player, if you skate weird, you're not really a hockey player to me. There's a certain stride you have to get to once you get
so we
skilled.
tie
enough.
on that.
You guys, again, you were faster than them. I'm talking about
Okay,
overall
tie.
skating
Okay.
ability. You guys could skate on two
This
pieces
is
of
really
fucking
fucked.
steel.
I was trying to be accurate.
So defense, I give Drew. He's in the 80s. Jesse, I give you like
Ooh,
I give you like a 30.
Yeah, he's
For you to
floating.
ever go back on the other side of the
Yeah, he's
fucking red
fucking
line was
floating.
amazing.
There's literally
Yeah.
a Toledo Blade saying I'm like a two-way player.
Yeah, but what? Okay, the fucking newspaper's flawed. Who
Okay,
gives a
two-way
shit?
player Jesse is like what I did when I would play defense.
Yes.
And then I'd go up and play offense.
So far, Drew's better than me at hockey under the ratings.
No.
Defense is
I
overrated.
barely beat him in puck handling, but tied on skating and defense, I'm way below him.
Defense is overrated.
Physical.
It's
Drew, you're gonna take another.
Yeah, he's gonna
You're
kill
gonna take
me.
a 70. Jesse, I'd say 50.
A 20 or something.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm worse than Drew at this. I'm
Okay,
overall
so
like a 40.
Physical, I'll take it. I'm
Yeah,
obviously.
Well,
So
no, I agree
shooting,
with that.
so shooting wise, I give Jesse.
Oh, there's
He's
Jesse.
another one of his
Yeah.
stronger suits, like me.
I mean,
What's that? Shooting?
Shooting
Yeah.
high
More-
80s, 90 almost.
I'll be in like the
Definitely
30.
more. He's accurate.
Drew, you
with
don't
a
have
shot.
a bad shot. It's just
It's not accurate.
It's not as hard. Your snapshot just isn't as quick either.
My-
I just
No,
think
my
Jesse. I think Jesse and I look at netting the same way.
I still think
It
my
is
puck
the
handling is a
shooting.
lot higher than both you guys. Just you could have gave me that.
Okay, Jesse, I'll give you the fucking chicken wing. All right.
I'm like a
I know.
90.
Your toe drags, your fucking 10 toe drags you do to the
and my
net.
awareness.
But since
And defensive play.
it's, I don't know, it's kind of weird, but
Just awareness.
I give Drew a 65 and Jesse you get a 70.
All right, cool. I still think off Justin standards, I'm below Drew in hockey, which we'll just have to fight about that in the NHL 19. Well, I'll make my character.
No, Jesse, I never said that. You know that.
Did you guys all go?
No, I haven't gone.
Okay.
All right. Puck handling. I'm gonna have to reduce my ratings. I had both you guys. I thought we were gonna be a little bit more generous. I don't know. I thought the listeners might want to think that we're good at hockey, but
We're not NHL pros, and they're not going to be fooled
All
by
right.
that.
All right. So
Not even AHL.
if I'm going stick handling as far as like dangling and all that, I'll give the swing to Jesse. I'll put him at like lower. Okay, I'll put him at like a 70, 75, and I'll give Justin like a 73 because I don't think Justin was really ever like much lower on his actual handling the puck.
I think my stick handling is a lot better than Justin, but his skating is a lot better than me, and he's a bigger
Well,
tank.
Yeah,
He can run people over.
Right.
That's what he did.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't.
A little bit.
Yeah, but you could hit too.
He wasn't as
Oh,
elusive as me.
but someone pissed me off. I was about scoring. That's all I
But
did.
you were like
That's
you were like a Rick Nash or like more like a Marion Gaborik, where like you were.
No, he was not a Marion Gaborik. Yeah, he was way more complete. Anyways,
Marion Gaborik's a stick player.
no, he is. Okay. Let me just get through my
compliment.
ratings. We'll get through my ratings. Skating, I'll give it to Justin easily.
Yeah, I think Justin's better skater than me. I agree.
I'll say 76 for Justin. You're pretty quick when you're actually intrigued in the game. When you actually want to skate, you're fast.
Yeah.
When you were playing travel and shit. So what did I give you? 70, 74?
76.
76? I'll give you a 73. You're just below him really in
I'll
skating.
take that. I agree.
But Justin was always
He's
When
better
I-
than me at skating.
when I
agree.
watched, but also the mental aspect, he was always in the game. You know what I mean? Like you'd be floating, and you were like, "Oh shit, this is a play I want to be involved in," and you're fast as shit. But Justin was.
That's because
North South.
I was a shark out there. I was way more aware than
Waiting for
you
attack.
guys. Yeah.
Waiting to attack.
You guys put too much effort in. I was waiting for my time.
Just on the
Defense,
far blue line. I'm just waiting here for this long pass.
defense, I will actually.
Justin,
This is kind of a I don't know because it's kind of a toss up because
you just said I'm a awful two-way player, or someone just did.
but
How
I
you even?
also
He played D.
when
I'm fine.
all
All
right. Well, talk me out of it then. Fuck it. Justin, I'll give 79, and I'll give you 75. And I'm also kind of
I agree.
I'm keeping in mind
Two-way forward, I'm better than Justin at two-way forward. Defense
if you want,
alone,
if you
I'd rate him higher than me.
if you
by
want
far.
if you want to be involved in it. But I was also thinking penalty kill wise, if you want to win the game, you're very good defensively. Yeah, I know. All right. So we'll move on to physical play. Justin ghosts you in that.
True.
I'll give Justin full on fucking 80 rating. I'll give you like a 60. I mean,
Haven't really fought.
And
I
just
get
so you
it.
know, I played offense. I went back on defense
in like
Well,
nationals and whatever.
Yeah, for Frank when we go to nationals, he
Yeah.
played
Which is
40
pretty
minutes a game.
big.
Yeah,
Right.
Which is why I give you a good defense.
When we won nationals, like the game we won in overtime, I looked at Lee Roberts because he made our team somehow, and I don't like saying bad things because I like Lee, but
Yeah, no shit.
he
you
didn't
won
play.
nationals
He didn't
with
play
me.
a single minute, and Frank was double team. He'd be like, "Oh, okay, go play offense."
Well,
and
you
come
were
back and play
you were
defense.
like Bufflingen or Bufflingen. I can never say it's
Bufflin.
Bufflin. I always
Bufflin.
say the G, Bufflin, off Winnipeg Jets, where you could play at Chicago, you could play forward very well, and then when you went to D, you were surprisingly very good. It was Adam Snead and you, which
That's
I
real.
thought were the top 2 D, and I was surprised how good you could keep the puck in the zone. I think that's very hard. I couldn't do that. Like
I
if the puck
hated
goes
it.
off the glass, I can't I'm not that good.
I hated it.
Yeah,
So-
well, D is boring.
so-
that's why I would
It
never want
is.
to play
It
it.
is.
It's a
terrible.
boring fucking.
Yeah, it is. Unless you're on the power play, then it's fun.
It's okay. Yeah.
We'll go on to shooting. You guys are decently close in that. I will say that Justin's shot is probably back in his prime.
It's hard.
Justin's shot was hard as fuck.
Yeah.
His clap bomb was sick.
I honestly think he's probably more accurate than me back in the day because he
Yeah.
had a straight play.
Snapper.
But
yeah,
you
yeah.
shot
Oh,
at bad angles. You
No,
shoot from the
I've-
goddamn
hold on,
goal,
hold
I
on,
love shooting
hold on.
at bad angles.
This part's my show.
which I hate.
Hold on.
You fucking miss a lot.
Hold hold on. So I'll give Justin what I give him on hitting 79. I think your shooting is probably better than your hitting. So I'll give you like an 81 on that. Jesse's shot is very accurate.
Yes.
When you finally decide to shoot, you are very accurate with it, and it's usually going to go in.
So
That's
you're
what I
saying
always
when I
thought.
try.
I'll give you-
I
yeah.
win. Okay.
I'll give you 78 on that. You do have a good shot when you decide to shoot. It's pretty deadly. Senses?
You gotta give it to me then. When I decide to do
yeah.
something, I win because
Well,
I'm
True.
aware enough that
well-
I'm capitalizing on the moment. You know.
I mean, yeah.
Cognizant.
I mean, this guy shoots from bad angles.
Well, the
and-
problem with your shooting and your stick handling being so good
Okay.
is that, well, hold on, let me steal it for a second. It's not so much that you're not aware or whatever. It's the fact that you deke, and then you're already past the goalie. You deke yourself sometimes past the goal. You're so worried about making it a show and deking, and like you're very good at.
I'm not worried about making a show. I think
Well-
always people said that to me. I never thought that way.
Well, you're so. Well,
I just do it
It
instinctively.
just appears to be like you're deking, making moves.
I don't give a shit
dangling
about what
people,
people-
fucking embarrassing people. But
It's
you
just what I
don't. You
did.
don't.
It's just what I did. I didn't mean to.
Well, but then you don't take the time to think. You had 3 great opportunities leading up to that point to take a great shot.
I don't think this podcast is here to give you a chance to teach Jesse everything you want to teach him. Like, that's not
All
what
right.
these people
All
are
right, we
listening
got it.
for.
We'll wrap it up.
Craven,
I got something for
yeah,
you.
he's got something.
I did
He's gonna
my
tear us apart.
attributes on your guys' podcast skills.
Ooh,
So
this is gonna be
first
harsh.
one, content creation. So that means coming up with ideas and whatever we want to do. Drew got a 75. Jesse got a 90.
I'll take it.
And Justin got a 20.
I'll take it.
He has never come up with one idea.
However, Justin is new to this, but
Eh.
well,
He's-
he's working.
Okay, so next we got enthusiasm. Drew gets 70. You got to get more enthusiasm. Jesse gets a 70. Well, actually, I'm going to give him a 75.
Jesus.
And Justin gets an 85.
All right.
I get
So
that.
there you go. You made a little comeback there for your content. Speaking, Drew got a negative 40. Because if you haven't noticed, especially now on video, you'll see it. He refuses talking to the mic. And if I try to tell him, he just gets so confused.
Shut up.
Jesse got an 85. And
Wow.
Justin got a 90.
You're killing it.
Uh,
Well, he's got
well.
his set. Whatever. Go ahead.
arguments. Drew, you got a 75. Jesse, you got a 75.
Are you
And
serious?
Justin got a 75.
All right.
Yeah. So,
We got different styles.
Can we cross the board?
that is it.
You didn't put mic throating skills on there?
Oh, I got.
Drew wins hand down.
So overall, Drew. No, I have overall. Drew is an 80. Jesse's an 85, and Justin's an 85, and Josh is a 99.
Oh, who do you fucking guess, huh? All right, well, we'll cut this video and this podcast at an hour, so
Yep.
that's good.
Thanks for watching. Thanks. Hopefully you enjoyed our first video podcast.
Yeah, and if you're looking at this on YouTube, find us at at Pine Podcast on Twitter.
Look below. We got links in the descriptions.
Oh, I didn't.
Subscribe, like,
I didn't know.
comment.
Yeah.
And we have a
Donate.
video for him afterwards, don't we?
What is it?
What?
Don't we have a video for him afterwards?
Of what? What kind of video they want?
Porn?
This is his first idea. Let's hear it.
Here we go. Content creation.
Yeah. Video form. What are you talking
Trying
about? You mean a Twitter poll?
No, the video that we have. Are we gonna put the video on there?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Stay
There you
tuned.
go.
A very special
There-
fucking
yeah.
guest is going to make an appearance.
His idea just went up to 40.
Yeah, that was crucial right there. Yeah.
yeah.
It was. That was big. At least
Least
I
you
go
could
to 90 minimum.
We'll see.
But if you are watching and you listen through any of those fucking what are they called?
Right on the Pine
Mediums,
Podcast,
mediums or whatever.
YouTube,
Yeah, whatever you're
SoundCloud.
whatever you're listening or watching through, leave a review or a
Comment
fucking-
anything. Just
Yeah.
leave anything.
Yeah.
Let us know what you want. Give us feedback.
Yeah.
Donate money.
We're up for anything.
Oh, hey, real quick before we cut it, I wanted to put this on the podcast because it is a little bit funny.
Okay.
When we're in Detroit, me and Craven went to Detroit for New Year's Eve a couple weeks ago. We play these guys in foosball, right? These random guys at this bar, and we bet $5 on this foosball game.
I
Too
bet.
bad you didn't have Dad with you.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Foosball
So
legend.
I'm playing defense. Craven's playing forward. I score 7 out of our 10 goals. Anyways, not.
There's no scoring. Like you can't decide who. It just bounces.
Yeah. No, I nipped it. Anyways, before these guys are being real friendly. As soon as the game ends, I go to shake their hands. We're being nice guys or whatever. Nice game, blah blah. The second we win, before he says nice game, Craven goes, pay up. Pay up. To these random strangers. Just, they're shaking hands and everything. Craven's just a fucking...
I wasn't trying to be friendly.
It's a game.
It was
It's a
Yeah.
murder.
As
It's a
he
foosball murder.
As he's shaking their hands. As he's
Give me that
shaking...
fine bones.
There isn't a table in this city I haven't sharked. Who the fuck even plays foosball?
As he's shaking... For real, listen. As he's shaking this dude's hand, he looks him in the face and just goes, pay up.
This guy just has
What if they would
$5
have grabbed you by the
check.
fucking neck and just put you up on the wall?
I would've sued him.
Right.
I wish they would.
Yeah, I'm gonna sue them. After
Wish
you
they
get the
would.
shit out of you, I'm gonna sue you.
Mhm.
Just classless. And I don't know, it was awesome. Well, in the podcast of that, I don't know. It was just a classic
I'm
Craven.
gonna sue you for accosting me.
Yeah. Classic Craven moment. Just pay up. Kid doesn't even have the class to just say, hey man, nice game. You want to play again or anything? Pay up. Pay up, bitch.
I have to pay my bartender.
And then the guy goes and buys it. Whatever. We'll move on.
Yeah,
All right. Have a nice fucking week. Listen again next week. Peace.
See you.